Well, fuck. Look what I've gotten myself into. um, yeah, I just made a video, like, only a few minutes ago, and I felt like making a separate video. And I had this idea of a video in the back of my head for a couple days, but I never really got around to making it. So now I'm telling my lazy fat ass to actually talk about it now. Let me move a little closer here. Um, about a week ago, a friend of mine came over from college. uh, watch the previous video. um, and I haven't seen her in a long time, and it was a pleasant surprise to actually get to see her. And yeah, we texted, and she said, "Oh yeah, let me stop by." But anyways, she came over, and we were talking about things, about how she was doing, how I was doing, and all of a sudden, the topic of religion came up. Now, here's the thing about this: is normally I don't talk about religion, at least not on my channel, and well, real life as well too. And this friend of mine, she is a Christian, a creationist, and I am an atheist. And before you guys say, "Oh shit, fuck," look, this is gonna be another like religion versus atheism video. Oh shit. Actually, no, that's not what ended up happening. I respect her religious beliefs, and I respect her opinions about my beliefs, because she and I were talking about it. We were very, very polite about it. There was no arguments. There was no fighting. There was no saying like, "Oh, you're fucking stupid for believing that horse shit." Um, that's not what happened. Thankfully, but well, I shouldn't say thankfully because normally I'm not that kind of a person. Um, I don't go around telling everybody that their beliefs are just horseshit and stuff like that because I'm not that kind of person. Um, but anyways, yeah, the topic of religion came up, and this is the first time I think that I've ever had a discussion of religion with her. Um, and it was a very surprisingly formal, they're non-aggressive, just a very, very genuine conversation about it. And I was telling her about my beliefs, how I don't believe in God, but I am open to the possibility that there could be a God. And all I needed was like evidence, empirical evidence that a God indeed exists. Because the thing about atheism is that you cannot definitively prove that God does not exist. That's just a given. You can't disprove an unfalsifiable hypothesis. And God is an unfalsifiable hypothesis. There's just no way you can prove or disprove him. And so that's the thing. Us atheists are very agnostic about our position. But the thing about religious people, especially Christians, whenever they get into a rant or a tangent against atheism, the thing about the Christians is that they have faith. In their mind, they know that God exists, even though there's no evidence that suggests that he does exist. And that's fine. I don't care if you think that there's a God and he watches over us and protects all of us. That's fine. I don't have a problem with it. But what I told her was, and she agrees with me on this. What I told her is that I don't like when religion has to intrude on our lives and basically tells us what to believe and tells us what we should believe, and sometimes they even try to force it down our throats. And the thing about that is that it's usually, creationists pick on the atheists about this, saying, you don't believe in a God, so therefore we're going to tell you to believe in God. We're going to tell you that there is proof, and if you reject that, then you're a fucking moron. And I kind of look at it like this. Tell that. If you're a Christian, try telling that to, say, a Buddhist, or a Muslim, or a Jewish man, or woman, and see what kind of response you get. It's like saying, no, my God is the definitive God, not yours. Generally, they wouldn't be too fucking happy about it, okay? That's just a fucking given. You can't just tell people, hey, my God's better than your God. It's like a dick-waving contest, my cock's bigger than your cock. My cock's bigger. You know what I mean? And, it's just the same thing with atheism. And, atheists can be pretty dumb people, okay? Just because you're an atheist doesn't mean you're automatically smart. There are tons of dumb atheists out there, just as much as there's tons of dumb fucking creationists out there. And, there's smart Christians and there's smart atheists too. That's just it. Religious, theists believe in a God. Atheists don't believe in a God. They're belief systems. Alright? They're just forms of belief. So, what the fuck is wrong with that? I don't understand these Christians just coming up to you and say, you should believe in God. You're gonna fucking die in hell one day, because we don't believe in God, so we don't fucking care if they tell us that. But, they try to force us to believe in God by putting in these stupid laws, these legislations in our government. And, the government's trying to put, or some people in the government, I would argue probably the majority, want to put the 10 Commandments in the schools, mandate prayer in schools. And I say mandate because a lot of Christians think that prayer is banned in schools. No, that's not fucking true, okay? Mandatory prayer is not allowed in school. A teacher can't fucking tell you to pray. So yeah, kids, you can fucking pray. Who gives a shit? That's not illegal. It's just mandatory prayer. But yeah, I just don't like it when they force their beliefs down our throats. Because if they're forcing their beliefs down atheists' throats, they're gonna be throwing their beliefs on different fucking religions as well. So, and my friend, who was here a couple days ago, agreed with me about that. She said, yeah, I don't agree with that. I think that's fucking horseshit. She didn't exactly say it in those exact words. I'm paraphrasing here, but yeah, she generally said the same thing. And I don't know about you, but it's very refreshing to see Christians that act this way, because usually you see those crazy Christians on YouTube, like say G-Man. You know who G-Man... like, anybody who watches the Drunken Peasants podcast know who G-Man is. And he's a very crazy creationist fellow. And, he can believe whatever the hell he wants to believe. I don't fucking care. But if people like him step up into the government and say, you have to believe in our God or else we'll fucking... You won't be allowed to go in the educational system. You won't be able to go into political office. You won't be able to do all these different sorts of benefits, because that's wrong. Don't exclude someone based on your beliefs. Or based on their beliefs. Whatever. It's just as bad as saying, like, gay people not getting married. It's just as bad. And unfortunately, that's what America is right now. We have these fucking these people in office that just don't give a damn about what other people think. They just want others to conform to their beliefs, their belief structure. And I hate it. I hate what this country has become, because isn't this supposed to be the land of the free and the home of the brave? And yet we have all these homophobes and all these people that are afraid of atheists and Muslims, and they don't want these people in our society, and it's just, who the fuck are you to tell us what we can and cannot do? This is America, motherfucker, you know? And they're getting away with it. They're somewhat getting away with it. Thankfully, gay marriage is getting legalized. It is down the road to legalization, at least. Many different states are starting to get the fucking picture. But there are some states that say that an atheist can't go into political office. That, and you know, it's like a shifting of problems. And, I see in the near future that once gay marriage gets legalized, they're not just going to completely get rid of the problem. They're going to shift the problem and scapegoat another minority. Whether that would be people with Asperger's syndrome or autism, or both. Or if they're an atheist. Or if they're Mexican, or, you know, just scapegoating different people. And it's happened. It's happened before. It's happened when, you know, black people got rights. They didn't get rid of the problem. They shifted the problem to homosexuals. And it's like, no, motherfucker, don't do that. Quit. Just stop it. Quit scapegoating these fucking people. Quit shifting these problems and burdening other people. Leave everyone the fuck alone. Nobody gives a shit if you disagree with them or not. This is America. This is fucking America, and you have no right to tell people what they can and cannot do. I am pro-gay marriage. I am pro-same-sex marriage. I am pro-marijuana legalization. I want them to get rid of the fucking drug war. I am pro-choice. Even though I personally don't agree with abortion, I still think that people should have the choice to get an abortion. Because it's not affecting me, okay? It's not. If someone wants to go out there and get an abortion, have fucking at it. But still, leave these motherfucking people alone. Who are you to tell them what they can and cannot do with their own personal lives? As long as they're not hurting anybody else, as long as they're not intruding on anybody else, as long as they're not overstepping their fucking boundary, then why the fuck do you care? Why? Tell me exactly why. I would love to hear their fucking reason. Because that shit is unacceptable. Anyway, I sort of went down a different road. Again, me being me, that's what tends to happen. But yeah, our conversation went well. Needless to say, no blood was shed, and we're still really, really good friends. And I can't remember the exact question she asked me, but I think it was along the lines of, like, how do you know that there is no God? And I told her, I don't know. I don't know if there is or isn't a God out there. I just don't believe there is one, given the evidence of it all. And you can believe whatever you want to believe. I just believe that there is no God. You can believe that there is a God. I don't fucking care. Doesn't bother me. And that's the thing that I think was lost in the Christian religion, is that correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't Jesus say in the Bible that religion was supposed to be a personal matter? That the teachings of Christ was supposed to be a very personal thing? If that's the case, then Christianity has broken that fucking law. Let's be honest. And it's not, they're not treating it like a personal issue anymore. They want to fucking preach this shit to the rest of the world, and they don't care what anyone else thinks. And that, to me, is pretty fucking sad, and it makes me angry. A little bit. Just a tiny fucking bit. And, yeah. I guess that's it. Anyway, I'm thinking about starting a new channel. I'll be keeping this one. I'm not going to be closing this channel, but I will be making a separate channel for, say, a more scripted, more movie-like videos. You know what I mean? Like videos with an actual narrative. And I'll keep this channel as like a vlog channel or something like that. You know, doing shit like this. You know, because I want to pursue filmmaking. So I'm gonna be making a separate channel, and I'll make another video announcing my new channel. I'll put a link in the description and all that fucking jazz. And when the time comes, which is probably gonna be soon, yeah, you'll know about it. I'll tell you guys. So I guess this is the beginning of a beautiful and magnificent journey. We'll see where it goes. So yeah, peace out, motherfuckers!